Welcome, everybody, to this week's episode of IncCast, brought to you by Audible.com. Over 150,000 titles to choose from. There's something there for you. Go over to audibletrial.com/IncCast to get your free download. That's right, one credit for one free download of your choosing. Like I said, over 150,000 titles to choose from. Comedy, horror, comic book movie adaptations, sci-fi, you name it, they got it. Doctor Who, Star Wars, many others. So like I said, go over to audibletrial.com/IncCast to get your credit for one free download of your choosing. On this week's episode, we got a lot of news, movie news, new casting. Disney's going out for some younger actors. We saw that trailer of Some First Family. We'll talk about that in a little bit. We got some toy news. And joining me, finally, we have Joe Nubb back in the studio after a small hiatus.
Thanks, DW. What's going on, everybody? It's good to be back. I think where I last left you was at the 3rd annual Fanboys Inc. Awards show. That was a good time and a half, wasn't it?
That was a lot of fun. We recapped that a little bit last week with Mr. Independent Jones, Mike Sains. Yeah, it was real fun. Like we said last week, some interesting winners. We were what do I want to say? One of the creators of one of our winners actually reached out to us.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Who was it?
It's the colorist for all new Ghost Rider.
No kidding.
Yes, she reached out to us. Val reached out to us last week. Mike Sains has been chatting with her. So hopefully, knock on wood, we'll have her on an upcoming episode to talk to her a little bit.
Man.
Yeah, so she was real happy that the fans picked all new Ghost Rider as the new comic. New best series for 2014.
I don't think Ghost Rider. I don't think Ghost Rider.
I'm a supporter, and I didn't even see that coming.
I know, right? Hey, before we get started on the show, man, real quick, I got to give a shout out to some super fans that I had a good opportunity of hanging with a couple weeks ago. The Empire State Star Wars Collectors Club. Started meeting these guys just through Fanboys Inc. and networking through the Comic Depot. And they invited me to this get together several weeks ago. Tom, Mike, Jason, Dave, Sean, Tyler, Ben, the rest of the gang. Thank you. Mike's place. He invited us over there. You know, Tom gets up. He does a little bit of a presentation. There were actually a few presentations there. It was so amazing. Mike has an incredible vintage Star Wars and G.I. Joe collection are the focal points of his collection. The guy had a 7-foot-long 1985 G.I. Joe aircraft carrier, the flag. So impressive. Vintage carded Star Wars figures. True.
You need a huge house for that.
I mean, he was able to fit it all in his one room, and it was displayed so gloriously. I mean, this guy had true rarities. Some production pieces, double telescoping lightsabers, carded Power of the Force figures, carded any kind of figure. He had a freaking full-size Indiana Jones pinball machine. So it was a really good time, really good. Great to meet everybody. Great to meet fellow collectors in the area. So Empire State Star Wars Collectors Club. Thank you very much. And if you want, go on to Facebook and check them out. So that was it was a really good time.
Nice.
Well, that was a lot of fun.
Did you you purchased some items too, didn't you?
Yeah. I mean, there were like, first off, Mike was kind enough to make everybody a Chewbacca ornament to take home with you. To celebrate Life Day. Nice. If you guys remember the Star Wars holidays, that horrific Star Wars holiday special back in the 70s. You can't George Lucas hates it, but you can still watch that terrifying thing on YouTube. So go and check it out. So anyways, he makes a little Chewbacca ornament, and yeah, he sold me a couple of G.I. Joes for a very nice price. Jason, he was so generous. He said he knew I had a daughter, so he gave me a couple of Princess Leia action figures, and then he has a Luke Stormtrooper. I mean, minus the helmet and the gun, but he's like, "Oh, here you go, take this." And I'm like, "Jesus, God, like,
nice,
so generous, just so." And that's it. Like, everybody there was just really nice. Everybody helps each other out. So it was really cool, and it's funny too, because I've never had friends.
You had never had any friends?
Never had friends, but no, I've never had friends that are toy collectors. All my friends were all like normal people. Like just regular guys. So toy collectors aren't normal people? Let me put it this way: like, in my group of friends, I'm the weirdo, and not just because I collect toys, but just because I'm weird, and I think I've probably got like some chemical imbalances in my brain. But seriously, like I'm the oddball in my group of friends because like I'm the comic and I'm the nerd of the group. you know?
Yeah, but
So
isn't
it's good
that,
to-
well, wait a minute. But the nerd is the norm now, though, too, right?
Not really.
No,
The-
we've been
I mean,
talking about
it's
this now
certainly-
for the geek renaissance
Well,
for the
don't get
last
me.
2
It's
years
certainly
now.
becoming more mainstream. Yes, there's no mistaking that. So now
Okay.
now it's funny because now people are more, they come out of the woodwork now, like, hey, I remember you like comics, and then they want to ask me a question of, and this is like, people stop me in the street. Somebody I went to high school with will hit me up on Facebook. Hey, I remember you like comics. Well, here's what I have now. Tell me how much this is worth. I'm like, you have Cage #1 from 1993. Nobody gives a shit.
Okay.
Get in line. No, but seriously, man. So Empire State Star Wars Collectors Club. Good time.
Nice.
A lot of fun. And I had a really weird dream last night, too.
Go ahead.
You gotta hear this dream. All right. So I wake up. Actually, it was this morning. So I freaking wake up. And in my dream, like, I open my eyes to Ming-Na Wen, like, looking over me. And if you don't know who that is, she's Melinda May on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I'm in my bedroom in my parents' house. And, like, she's like, hey, are you all right? And I'm like, wait, like, what? What the hell's going? Like, oh my God. Oh, do you know who you are? Oh my God, you're Melinda May. And she's like, yes, I know. Like, so I'm like, oh my God, freaking love you on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., high five, Fakank. And she's in there doing a photo shoot in my bedroom. And I don't even think that she was the subject of the photo. She was like the director, like.
Were you the subject of the photo?
I don't think so. I don't even remember there being any set. But anyways, like, she had, like, there was the umbrellas and the lights, and there was a camera crew in there. And so we're chatting for a few minutes, and then she's okay, got to go. And so walking down, she leaves, and I'm like walking through my house, and who do I bump into but Stephen Amell, fucking Green Arrow. And I'm like, what?
The ultimate crossover.
I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, what is like, you just missed Melinda May. Like, how is this possible? What is going on? And so I race downstairs, and I'm like, Steven, come on with me. Come on. Run out into my driveway. There's a car pulling away, and there's another car like backing up, and there's two guys, and the camera crew is in the car, and he's kind of like chuckling at me the whole time. And I'm like, well, like, what's funny? And so I'm asking the camera crew in the car, I'm like, do you guys remember just what happened? And they're like, who was just here? And they're all pointing at him. And I'm like, wait, dude. I'm like, Steven, did I just mistake you for Melinda May? Like, what? And he's like laughing at me. He's like, yeah, you kept calling me Melinda May and kept saying I was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And I'm like, dude, I am so sorry for mistaking you. Like, I don't know how that happened. And I'm like, well, what are you doing here? He's like, I'm here on a photo shoot. I'm like, what the fuck is this photo shoot? So, like, in my dream, I have no idea what this dream was about. And then so surreal,
really weird,
so surreal, just so odd. And so we're hanging out for a little while, and man, and then I woke up. But just what a fucking weird dream.
It could have got weirder.
Hanging out with
you could have got a lot weirder.
True.
We'll leave it at that. Guys, if you're listening, we are live tweeting. So if you have any questions during today's podcast, tweet us over at Fanboys Inc. If you have any questions or any comments of the subject we're talking about. Before we get into this week's episode on this week's topic, just a public and service announcement. As of 2015, a lot of things have been changing. We're growing. We got a lot of contours coming up. But I wanted to inform everyone that the merger partnership of Fanboys Inc. and capelesscrusader.org is no longer. We have decided to split ways, creative differences. We wanted to go in different directions. And so we are no longer together as one company. But we wish Josh and Capeless Crusader all the best luck and always support what he does. So check them out over at capelesscrusader.org. And sad day, but moving forward, 2015, we got a lot going on. Also, I wanted to announce too, as we got a event date planned just 2 weeks from now. As I said, we are moving forward and doing some great things. I myself will be at That's Entertainment, Worcester, Mass, to February 7th from 1 to 4. And you ask for what? Why would I be going to Worcester? Worcester? How do you say that?
Worcester? You got it right the first time.
What did I say? Worcester?
Worcester,
Mass. Worcester, Mass. That's Entertainment on February 7th. I'll be joined. Actually, I'll be joining the man, the myth, Joe St. Pierre, for his release and signing of New Zodiacs #1.
Very cool.
So that'll be cool. We'll be doing.
What day of the week is that? Is that a Wednesday?
That is a Saturday.
Saturday,
and it will be from 1 to 4. And I will be doing a live podcast during that signing with him.
Cool.
And talking more about new Zodiacs, what's going to happen in the future. That is, got into Diamond, and we obviously got some prints already made. Obviously, that's why we're going to be there at the signing. But check out That's Entertainment. That's so it's THATSE.com. The store is awesome. They do a little bit of everything: comics, toys, games, CDs, vinyl. Kind of,
Very
the
cool.
whole pop culture store right there. So check them out.
Kind of like a Newberry Comics out of Boston.
Yeah, a little bit. Very big, very cool store. It's going to be, if you want to know where it is, it's 244 Park Avenue, Worcester, Mass. Like I said, I will be there with Mr. Joe St. Pierre. Thank you, Joe, for having Fanboys Inc. involved in this little book signing. And I'll be there February 7th from 1 to 4. So anybody in the area, come join us. We'll have a great time. Once again, That's Entertainment, Worcester, Mass. The new Zodiacs book signing with Joe St. Pierre and myself. I'm excited. It'll be the first time I haven't done any traveling since New York City, so it'll be good to drive away. It's about 2.5 hours from here or so.
Right.
So it'll be good. I think we're doing some other events as well during the day, and I'm sure we'll have some fun geeking out.
Nice.
But yeah, I'll mention that later again in the podcast. Yeah, let's talk about today's episode. We got the elephant in the room, I guess, is the Fantastic Four trailer that came out. Now, before I hear a womp womp from Mr. Joe Nub,
I got my raspberry on deck.
Obviously, any teaser trailer, especially this particular movie, it's been through a lot of problems, especially like Ant-Man in a way, with as far as director and choice of actors and storyline, not following the family. A lot of fanboy rage coming out after that trailer. All hate. One mainly because of the actor who is playing Johnny Storm is black, and they're all upset because he's not a white actor. I don't know. When we first talked about this months ago when it was coming out, I was kind of not hating on it, but I was like, why do it? I think there's nothing wrong with diversity in comics and going into the movies, but don't do it just to do it, to cash in on that diversity. Don't, kind of like we joked during the award show, don't make a character gay just for the sake of making him gay. And it's the in thing to do now. Right. There's a lot of great white actors out there. Why do this? Just because it's the in thing and you might get a new audience. Don't sacrifice a great storyline or tradition because you want to put a black actor in there. I mean, he's could probably do well. I think it's gonna. I think he's gonna do a great job. Then the other thing is just the storyline. It's been stated that Josh Tranks has stated that this is not really following anything through the comic book storyline or the history of the first family of Marvel Comics, and that was an outrage as well. Doom is now a vicious blogger.
That's one of first of many.
For me, I'm not gonna hate on it. I'm gonna be really, really open-minded about this. I like the trailer. Shut up, Joe. I enjoyed the trailer. The special effects, obviously, I think people are gonna be. It's not going to be a great. I don't know if I can't even say if it's not going to be a great story. But right off the bat, it's a teaser trailer, so I need to see more of a longer trailer to see what's going on. It was a little confusing, but the special effects were great. I know you love those black suits. They, once again, Joe Nub's not going to get color in his suits.
They weren't in a black suit.
They're black suits, dude.
Just very bland.
No, they're black suits.
Very sci-fi looking.
Well, they're still black.
Yeah.
And they're realistic. Why they're functioned the way they are. The Nerdist broke. Or leaked some news from descriptions and had their own sketch artists make up sketches and with descriptions of what was going on.
We saw that online, right?
We saw that over on fanboysinc.com as well. That the suits were more made for each particular character's functions, why they had them. Like he had heat panels. The one that really drove me,
heat pants.
The one that really bothered.
Hot pants.
Yeah, right. The one that was really odd was that Mr. Fantastic's suit had springs on it, so when he stretched they automatically came back. It's like Mr. Slinky's arms. I don't know, but I will say I was impressed with the Thing right off the bat. I thought the Thing was cool. Not as big.
He needed to be, but I think he needed to be.
He needed
wider.
pants. He needed pants.
Yeah, that's true. Let's start there. Get some pants on that. Get some pants on that guy. I felt that the Thing, because they made him thin in the waist and then bulky up top, like he's a bodybuilder. Where I kind of like, our favorite, everybody's favorite, John Burns, The Thing, where he was more just like a brick of a guy. He was just thick all the way around. It's just
right,
grrr.
But to date, I still think the best thing we've got on screen. He looked really rocky, not like
we haven't even seen his face though.
No, I don't care.
Yeah, of course you're gonna care.
We're not gonna get a brow. I liked what I saw for now. I think it was the best.
Him
image.
Standing up, that was kind of a cool shot. Looked all rocky and craggy. That did look cool.
Yeah.
But my rebuttal to everything you just said is going to be me.
I wasn't finished.
Oh, all right,
but go ahead.
Well, it's just going to be me making a farting noise for about a minute and a half. That's what I thought of the new FF trailer.
I will say this. I will go see that before I see Ant-Man. Yeah. I'm so intrigued. I am more intrigued of how far they're deviating from the comics history. That's intriguing me to go see what they could come up with supposedly on their own.
Here's the problem with that, though, is that when you deviate so far from what makes the comic book, you're not even making the Fantastic Four movie anymore. You're making a movie about 4 characters who are getting superpowers, but don't call it the Fantastic Four. I think Chronicles. I never saw that movie.
Yeah, I like that movie.
But yeah, I heard it's gotten good reviews, and I was reading some buzz online. They're like, yeah, it doesn't look like the Fantastic Four. If they said we're making Chronicles 2 and here it is, that's awesome. But this is not the Fantastic Four reboot movie. And as far as the Johnny Storm being black, as far as why I didn't like that trailer anymore, at this point, I don't care if you make the goddamn guy purple. You know what I mean? That seems to be the least of the criticisms that could be made about this movie.
Well, I think you and I we always go back and forth. I think that's what's good about this podcast. We have different opinions on even the same movies. Obviously, yeah. I like the black leather X-Men. You do not. And I respect your reasonings. I mean, not that I would never say that I don't want to see color. I agree with you. But for that particular movie, it was fine for me.
Right.
As far as, the suits and what we just discussed off pod, I think I've just come to the realization we will never, as a group, get the superhero movie that we want. Now, in saying that, you may want something different than I may want. 10 other fanboys are going to want something they want. But even then, to come together as a group, I don't think we'll ever get that movie. Because I think still general public are the ones that make them the money.
Oh, of course.
And they kind of have to make it for them in a way, more so than maybe for us. We know the characters, we know the history, but the general audience, they may not know. Now, Fantastic Four, would the general public know? Obviously, we've had 3 movies out prior to that, or 2 movies out prior to that, and Roger Corman's awesome movie.
Yeah, but the general public knows by making a movie based on those storylines. And yeah, I can certainly understand that the comic book viewer world, we're always going to have problems and nitpick and well, that's not how it happened. But even still, this still seems just like such a far departure from what it is. From the source material that it's based on, that it does become unrecognizable.
True.
And
now
it's not as if you don't need. I don't need you to adapt. Fantastic Four issue 48, 49, and 50, the Coming of Galactic. I don't need to see that adapted directly on the big screen for it to be a good movie.
Right. Some of the key things about this trailer too. I mean, if people aren't aware of the family, no space travel.
Right.
They're not going into space. They went into pods.
Right.
Interesting. I'm not sure how that affects anything.
It
might be the experiment they're trying differently than what was when Reed Richards goes out into space because of the cosmic storm that's coming with Dr. Doom.
And I can't recall if this is more like the Ultimate Fantastic Four version. I never read the book.
I think it's a mix. Now, if you look at the scene, I'm looking at the pod scene right now. Just to give you a little background, Fantastic Four stills in the original comics. The Fantastic Four boarded a spaceship whose journey resulted in their powers. However, the Fantastic Four movie, it seems to be more of a dimensional shifting device evoking David Cronenberg's The Fly and Stargate, more as a vehicle, more so than a vehicle.
Right.
Take note at these 4 capsules seen at the beginning of the trailer. Note a special white suit worn by one of the occupants. Now, they're not astronauts. The suit looks like kind of like a chaotic old space suit. But dimensional shifting, could we see the negative zone? Could this be more apt into the negative zone where they find that instead of the cosmic powers
and
per se in space?
Hopefully they take a page out of the Ultimate Fantastic Four book where Reed Richards then discovers Marvel Zombies. But this time the Marvel Zombies devour the cinematic Fantastic Four. And we'll be done with it.
Now, the white suits, you know what reminded me of what was it?
Future Foundation?
Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like. The same black striping.
Right.
I'm like, ooh, okay. I like that.
That could be cool.
That would be cool. They are kind of it looks like they're taking tidbits of the visuals of what's coming from the comics and saying the hell with you with the rest of the story, but we're going to take cool visuals.
Right.
What else we got here? We got a bunch of stills here from the movie just to give us an idea. Now we see possibly in one of the stills Johnny Storm fighting the Invisible Woman. He flames on, and she's got a force field. Now maybe it could be all taken to the fact that they're trying their powers for the first time, or she's putting a force field because he can't control his flame power, so she's protecting herself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily believe that. I don't think that they're fighting, but who knows? The other thing that was interesting is the device that they see at the end of the trailer with the white stream of energy coming from and going up.
And I think there's like a plane, like a fighter plane, or
is it a plane?
Like
it looked like a bird.
I stopped it.
I
paused the video a couple times.
To me, it looked like a bird of some sort. Right. Something either flying out of it or
is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is
what
it Superman?
Is the
first Marvel DC crossover movie in a series of movies.
DC almost bought Marvel at one time.
Yeah.
Or was it Marvel that bought DC?
It was a long time ago.
The one cool thing about the trailer that I liked, once again going back to the thing, was obviously because of the powers, it looked like he was in a rock cocoon.
Right.
A pile of rocks.
When he stands up.
That would look really kind of neat. A cool take on the formation of
Ben
Grimm.
Birthed forth from a pile of rocks.
So
and watch out for the placenta on that one.
I still want him to wear pants. I don't understand why he doesn't wearing pants. That out of everything, I'm watching everything. For some reason, perverted mind, the guy's not wearing any pants. Thank God we're only seeing him from behind. Yeah. The other thing too about the
being funny.
No, I'm not being funny. I'm glad
the
other thing. The suits. Everybody's outraged about the suits, but when you looked at the Nerdist article and the description that were given through the producers, is the fact that these are the prelim suits. So we could still see possibly the Future Foundation white. Right. That would be kind of cool. Or we're going to see at the end them in their suits.
Right.
And with the way the description is, Ben's going to get his pants back on. Pull them up. I think people, the thing is, like in Marvel and Daredevil, we see his year one training outfit, publicly known, stating you're going to see the red outfit. I think we're going to see that too. I mean, these are the training suits, kind of similar. Reed did them before without the Fantastic Four symbol on them. It was Johnny Storm. It was Chris Evans who said, hey, we're going to do some marketing.
Right.
It needs to look like a costume. We're going to put the 4 on. Same type of theme, I think. So you could see it at the end of the movie. Good. When you see the end of a trailer, you don't always think, okay, they're all standing together. This white stream of light comes up. It's not the end of the movie. So don't think that this is the end scene,
Right.
So I'm more intrigued about seeing this than I am Ant-Man.
I will say, to its credit, the logo I thought was real sharp with the 4 in the middle.
The opening scene? Oh,
the 4 in the middle, and then the Fantastic comes up, and the 4 forms the A.
I like that.
That looked good. That did look good.
Mr. Joe St. Pierre says, general public doesn't know the FF really, so why reinvent them and use the FF name, minimal name recognition, vehicle may be a trip to the negative zone. Yes, that's what we were thinking. Why use the FF name? Because they own it. That's why. Or they're leasing it, so why not do it? Because, Fox is Fox.
Well, wait a second. Let me read Joe's card. So, Joe, are you saying general public doesn't know, so why reinvent them? Right. So, Joe, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. All right. So you're saying like it's good enough as it is. You didn't need to reinvent them because the general public does not know them.
So that means the general public didn't see Fantastic Four 1 and 2?
Maybe they did.
They did decent money. It wasn't stellar, but it did decent money.
Right.
I think too, we sometimes don't give the general public enough credit that they're dumb, that they don't understand some of the characters. movies been going? How many years have been superhero movies been going now? I mean,
Right.
long time. I mean, can we say then, okay, no, but the general public doesn't know the X-Men. No, they don't know our X-Men, but they know Fox's movies X-Men, and
Right.
that means something.
Right.
So they know Fox's Fantastic Four from 1 and 2.
And it's funny to
To
think about.
change this all up, that could backfire on them as well with the general public. I think the general public is smarter than we think and are more involved in the pop culture and in the characters. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to go buy comics. That doesn't mean they're going to go to stores,
Right.
into your local shop. But I think we have to give them a little bit more credit than we have. Now, if this was the very first few years, let's say 4 years that comic book movies come out, jump up and say, okay, it was a great action movie. Okay, it's a sci-fi movie. These
Right.
4 guys went into space. Now, I think you might be hurting the general public a little bit more. And I think maybe Fox and some of the other studios are thinking the same thing. It's general public. It's going to just be a great sci-fi movie. We're going to put Fantastic Four on it because we lease that name. We own that property for now.
Right.
So we'll get some fanboys, but the general public's going to go see it as a sci-fi. So who cares? They may not know the history, but I think they may.
It's crazy to think that it's 10 years. 2015, it's 10 years since the first one came out.
Yeah. That's crazy. I mean,
now where's the time gone, you guys?
I go through, and I mean, like I said, I start with Blade. Everybody seems to forget about Blade. Blade, I think, it's a Marvel property. Is he is he superhero? No, but it's the supernatural.
Right.
In a comic book.
And
if we're gonna say comic book movie, I'm going with Blade.
Here's the way. Look, yeah, I look at X-Men as sort of the real springboard that created all this love and whatnot. But yeah, Blade is definitely like the forerunner. Blade is like the epilogue to the crazy takeoff of comic book movies. That's the way I look at it.
Say that again.
I look at Blade, I look at X-Men as really the catalyst for the launch of comic book movies. But I see Blade as like the epilogue to, like
it was successful.
Yeah.
So it veered them to go into the capes and cowls, let's say, version of the comic world. Joe St. Pierre, you are the chatter of today. Joe is our chat winner for today as he's chatting with us live. He says, Terminator was based on Days of Future Past, but Terminator became a huge movie without people knowing who the X-Men are. I did not know that. I don't think that's confirmed. I think that's just a theory.
I don't know. Does Joe
Terminator was based on Days of Future Past? I don't know about that.
I don't know. Yeah, but Joe might know. Yeah. That's why he's saying
I want confirmation of that, St. Pierre.
Joe, don't listen to him.
Shut up. I want confirmation. He does say Fox really thought that they had an awesome movie. They could have named it anything. True.
Right.
But I think we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. They do own the property Fantastic Four. We know Marvel's no longer doing Fantastic Four comics. Could it be a giant pissing match? I don't think so. I don't know. It could be. Who knows?
Right.
At this point.
And it's so funny, too, because, obviously Fantastic Four, X-Men are Marvel properties, yet not owned by Marvel Studios. It's to the point now where anything that fucking Fox and Sony puts out, I'm like, I just don't care. Stop. Give it back.
It is also in the X-Men universe.
What?
Fantastic Four
movie?
So.
Like, that's been confirmed?
Yes.
Huh.
So that leads me to believe if you were smart, do something.
Right.
Maybe join the two teams. It is, let me take that back. It's not 100% confirmed. It has been hinted and stated in interviews with the production company and the producers. If that's the case, what could we see something that could be a cool? I mean, it was rumored back, 2 years ago that there was an X-Men versus Fantastic Four movie coming. It is the same production company. It's the same studios, Fox.
Right.
I wouldn't mind seeing that, actually.
I mean, they have teamed up in the comics.
Yes, they have.
I don't know.
I think it's Batman versus Superman team up or X-Men versus Fantastic Four team up. What would you rather see?
Oh, Batman, Superman.
Done deal.
Yeah.
That's how I feel, too.
Yeah.
I mean, not the same. You can't say two iconic characters because both teams are pretty iconic.
Yeah.
All four of them are characters are pretty iconic.
Right.
I do have a Facebook comment that when we put out the trailer yesterday over on our Facebook page at facebook.com/fanboys inc. People were obviously, maying it, and then giving the raspberries and sticking the tongue out at it.
Yep.
I did say what I said here just a few minutes ago. I would go see this over seeing Ant-Man. Now, I believe, and I always screw up last names, so that's nothing Nothing unusual. Danny Acuna. I want to say, hopefully, Danny, I didn't ruin your last name. Says, so it became painfully obvious DW has a vendetta against Ant-Man and has for some time now. What gives? I don't have a vendetta. I love Ant-Man in the comics. He was a founding Avenger. I loved Hank Pym. One of the only characters, I think, correct me if I'm wrong now, who's gone through so many.
Well, what about Scott Lang as well?
Well, let me finish with Hank.
Okay.
Is the only character that has changed his name and not the different power sets, but Giant Man, Goliath, right?
Goliath, yeah.
Yellow Jacket, obviously Ant-Man.
A couple mental breakdowns.
I feel that I feel his pain.
some spouse abuse.
Well,
counseling.
Did you know though that was a mistake?
Well, yeah, it was.
No.
It was a big mistake on his part.
It was a mistake on the artist's part because he misread what the writer had put in the script.
No kidding.
He was supposed to push the Wasp, not slap her across the face.
Hey,
he was supposed to push her out of the way. Instead, he's punching her. It's a total mistake.
So yeah,
he was one of our DYKs.
He was supposed to be violent, simply less violent.
Yes.
So that makes it.
It was a friendly nudge. Oh, gotcha, boy, shuck. But I liked his character. I like what he's brought throughout the years. Hank Pym is one of the most intelligent men in the Marvel universe.
Let's take a look at Hank Pym's track record. He created Ultron.
Yes.
Let's see. Slapped his wife around.
I'm
created a robot during that time so that he could destroy, thereby exhibiting his worth to the team. That went wrong. Let's see what else. He
also. Oh,
that's right. He helped he helped grow a clone cyborg Thor. That later killed Bill Foster, Black Goliath.
Yes.
Oh man, so he's got quite the track record.
I'm not saying that I like him as a hero. I'm just saying I like his character.
I'm giving you a hard time.
That's fine. Scott Lang, not so much.
I like Scott Lang.
Okay.
Single dad, trying to make it on his own, teaming up with Iron Man here and there. He eventually gets himself killed by Jack of Hearts in the Avengers courtyard during Avengers Disassembled.
To answer Danny's comment, I don't really hate anything. I'm just not interested in this movie. And that's where this comes back to. I mean, as a character in the comics, I love it. I love him as a character throughout the years. He's, once again, the founding members of Avengers. But this movie, I'll go watch Ocean's 13. Minus the superpowers. It just is heist, like Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12. It's like a heist movie. This is that's how I feel about this.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, the teaser trailer for Ant-Man gave us so little, and I walked away from that teaser trailer just thinking, like, what? Like, why should I care?
I mean, I will watch it, but I think this with the I don't know. It's not that I hate it. I will watch it, but I
hope when we get like a good trailer for it, it's going to reveal more, and I hope it's better, and I hope Taskmaster is in it, and I hope he's got a skull face with a hood and a cool shield and a sword, and.
Well, I hope they tied in more into the Avengers universe. I mean, we already know he's not one of the founding members,
right?
You know, those things. He's not. He didn't create Ultron. Then why?
We don't know. We haven't seen these movies yet. We haven't seen Age of Ultron yet. We don't know how it's all going to play out.
Well, we kind of already know who made Ultron. It was Tony Stark,
right?
Or or his father,
Howard
Stark. So, to answer your question, no, I don't hate him. I just feel this movie right now is not on my most wanted list right now. And like I said, I'd rather spend the $10 to go see Fantastic Four just to see how far they go away from that storyline. But anyway, if you want to check out more, and if you haven't seen the trailer, I'm sure you have. It's everywhere. But you can go over to fanboysinc.com and check out Mucka's articles on that and the teaser trailer and the suits and some more in-depth discussion about that. In movie news as well, we see once again Marvel. Man, Disney or DC, start giving us some good crap to talk about, because all it is Marvel. I'm getting bored. I love you, Marvel, but I'm getting bored talking about Marvel in every episode of our IncCast.
We can talk about Jared Leto backed out of playing
good call
Deadshot.
No, Jared Leto is the Joker.
No, well, who was supposed to be
Deadshot? Will Smith was Deadshot.
Who backed out of the Suicide Squad movie?
I didn't even bother to look.
What do you mean? This is your jam. DC movies is your shit. You should be like on top of this.
We've already talked about this. Suicide Squad's wham for me.
Oh man, DC. Even your DC fans don't even care about your Suicide Squad movie.
The minute I mean, I'll watch that. Well, I watched Fantastic Four before Suicide Squad or Ant-Man.
I would go Ant-Man, FF, Suicide Squad. Actually, I'd probably go Ant-Man, and then I'd like do something else. And then like several years later, if someone hands me a copy
out of the Target $5 bin on DVD.
Yeah, and even then, I got to be at a low point in my life. Like I'm just bored, and I'm filling that void with something.
Oh, I ran out of heroin. I got no beer. Okay, I'll watch Suicide Squad.
It's pretty fucked up. I think you got bigger problems than a better movie between the FF and Suicide Squad. I'm worried about you, pal.
No, but anyway, I think it was Will Smith. I'm not sure. I believe it was Will Smith that dropped out from being Deadshot.
He dropped out?
I think so. I'd rather see Jared Leto drop out, and I don't want to see the Joker in that movie.
No.
Once again, as we stated with Batman versus Superman.
No. Tom Hardy dropped out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
Tom Hardy dropped out. Yes,
that's who dropped out.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Don't take anything for word here. No, don't start any rumors. I'd rather see Jared Leto drop out. I don't, once again, DC putting a huge popular character, their most iconic villain they have, to throw it in a movie for ticket sales.
Right.
He has a brief association, obviously, with Harley Quinn.
Right.
But in the New 52 universe, where this Suicide Squad is, he doesn't play a huge role in there. So you take Batman, put him in a Superman movie, boost sales. Take Joker, put him in a villain movie,
right.
Boost sales. On paper, it sounds great, but not that 100% creative as far as the Suicide Squad's concerned.
Right.
I don't know. I like Suicide Squad, Ant-Man, Fantastic Four. I'd probably go Fantastic Four, Ant-Man, Suicide Squad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Sorry, DC.
Sorry, DC. Ouch.
Sorry, DC.
Yeah.
Give us some more news to talk about. But anyway, Disney's looking to go younger again in some of their casting, and it's rumored that Mr. Star-Lord himself, Chris Pratt, could be the next Indiana Jones.
Oh, okay.
Pudgy Chris Pratt, now jacked, is going to be our new action star.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I like it.
I love it.
I think it's a smart move.
I think it's one of their best casting choices in a long time.
Yeah. Now, it's just been rumored, right?
Rumored.
They're just like talking about it, throwing it out there. Yep. But it's it's a no-brainer. It makes sense. He's got the look. I mean, even like the couple of pictures that they put up online, comic book resources, Newsarama, things like that. It's like him looking at that orb in Guardians of the Galaxy as like it's Indiana Jones looking at the Golden Idol in Raiders of the Lost Ark, and then another shot of him dressed in his Jurassic World regalia, and he's dressed. He looks like Indiana Jones.
Oh, I agree.
Bring it on.
And he's got the comedic element.
Yeah, you could do a little bit of comedy, for a couple of jokes, a couple of the one-liners that are often present in Indiana Jones movies that Steven Spielberg loves to throw in there. So yeah, that's a good idea. What about more casting news? What about Baron Zemo?
Oh my God, that's right. I forgot all about that.
In Cap 3, Civil War. What's the guy's name? Guy from Inglourious Bastards?
Brawl.
The Nazi soldier.
Brawl is
I
his
think
last
he would.
name.
I think he would be a good Baron Zemo.
Too young, I thought. But I don't know the
He
history.
could be Helmut von Zemo.
You think we're gonna get the purple?
Herr Zemo's son.
Do you think we're gonna get the purple?
Man, I don't even know.
You and your purple and
do you want like a dark purple leather? Dark purple leather. I will accept it.
Yeah, you gotta have the fur.
You don't have to do the fur. We can do furless.
Now would PETA jump all over his ass?
You would. I don't want to do that.
It's rabbit fur.
And actually, I got a little sidebar thing here. So in catching the Baron Zemo casting makes me want to go and read some Baron Zemo comics. I reread Thunderbolts issue number 1 yesterday, 1997, Kurt Busiek, Mark Bagley, where it's post-Onslaught world where all the heroes are gone. So who's going to protect New York? And all of a sudden, a bunch of superheroes come out to save the day. And at the end of the issue, it is revealed, in the town, city of New York loves them. They adore them. They welcome them with open arms. And it's revealed that the whole team are actually the Masters of Evil in disguise, led by Baron Zemo. But there's this great part where other superheroes in New York are being interviewed. What do you think of the Thunderbolts? Spidey's like, hey, I'm all for them. They interview the New Warriors, and Speedball says to Night Thrasher, why don't we get that kind of press with something like that, which is so ironic and so dark now, considering that the New Warriors and Speedball are pretty much responsible for the Civil War being kicked off. They're the ones who caused that huge explosion in Stamford, Connecticut, killing like 300 school children. And so it was great. And the fact that Speedball is the one who says it, he was the only one who survived, later became Penance. He hated himself for killing everybody. And he was he became a cutter.
So he'll be watching Suicide Squad with you.
No, but it was great that like Speedball of all people. This is one of those things that's great in comics. You can go back and they're like, oh man, that's fucked up to read that now, knowing what we know. So it was great, man.
Daniel Brawl, I think is how you say his name. Daniel Brawl.
Okay.
We have a question from Rob Sitley.
Oh yeah, I said earlier.
He
I bumped
said,
into him the other night at a Target in Latham, coming back from Philly.
Did you?
I did.
Did you now? Did you really bump into him physically?
Well, no, I mean I was walking by and we locked eyes. Hey, what's going on, man? Cool, good to see you.
Did a chest bump?
No,
No,
not
okay.
like that. Shook hands.
Okay, so gotcha.
Go
on. He said that he had mentioned called this back in December about having Masters of the Universe. Jesus, Masters of Evil making an appearance within the big screen Marvel universe.
Smart move.
Do we? He wants to know. Do we agree now that they have Baron Zemo and obviously Claw coming in?
Oh yeah.
Could we see the Masters of Evil?
I'd like to. I mean, they're big Avengers villains. They've been around since the '60s. I mean, they've been around since like the beginning of the Avengers.
True.
Why not?
Do you know the original team roster for the Masters of Evil?
Oh shoot! What the hell is
I
it?
do not know off the top.
They've
changed so many times.
All right,
because didn't the Thunderbolts really were the Masters of Evil in disguise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just said that.
I know that.
No, like the original Masters. Who is it? The Enchantress. You know, the original Baron Zemo. The Enchantress was the Executioner. One of them as well.
Guys, if you can tell us, tweet us at Fanboys Inc. or hit us up on our Facebook page just to tell us if you know the original, the first, because I think there's been 15 different teams.
Something
what
that.
For some reason the Absorbing Man, I want to say, was part of that as well. For some reason,
I think at one point he was part of it.
But he's like the B team. Yeah, they've changed so many times throughout the years that I have no idea who the original roster was. But that would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
if we did see that.
That'd be great if we saw the Masters of Evil. Let's get the Wrecking Crew in there. Let's get
you and your crowbars.
I want Tiger Shark.
Oh my God, Tiger Shark! Yeah, right.
Tiger Shark. I mean, really. And I picked up a couple issues where they take on Masters of Evil. I think it's like in the 270s. Avengers comics 270s. Like Masters of Evil come in, take over the mansion, beat the shit out of Jarvis, kidnap Captain America. I think they fuck up Black Knight.
How do you take an AI?
What's that? No, it's Jarvis, the old man,
yes,
Edwin Jarvis, the old man Butler.
I know that. The original Butler.
Yeah.
You can see Jarvis on Agent Carter.
Yeah.
Right now, actually, too.
So anyways.
Here we go. We got Radioactive Man, Enchantress, Executioner. Oh my God, that's right. I forgot about the Black Knight.
Well, the Black Knight was the, and it was Avengers number 6, July 1964 was the first appearance.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joe. And thanks, Joe. Oh, the Melter?
Was he one of the original guys?
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Members.
Now you have the Radioactive Man. How funny, that little toy segment segue right into here. We have the Radioactive Man sitting right here on our podcast table, standing next to Captain America and Miss Marvel.
You guys know what a huge Marvel Legend fan I am, and I know we discussed this 3-pack Target exclusive a little bit before the holiday season. It was around $50, and then post Christmas time, the price drop in stores down to $39.99. Not a bad price for what normally go for $20 a pop figures. But then I was looking on Target.com the other day, and they had the 3-pack there for $30. So I took, just went into the store, and I said, hey, here's the deal. On your website, you guys have it marked at this price, yet in the store it's more expensive. So they, of course, gave me the Target.com price,
which
is freaking awesome.
That's pretty
and
cool.
I also picked up a Marvel Legend Spidey Legend Boomerang action figure, which came out last year as well, and that was listed online for $7.19. A completely random price, but again, I showed the lady at customer service, and she was happy to give me that price. So I got 4 Marvel Legends figures that normally go for $20 a pop. So I got $80 worth of Marvel Legend toys for $40. Not bad.
Nice.
Not too
I
shabby.
think I'm going shopping after the show.
Yeah, right.
I just hit Toys R Us the other day and noticed a ton of the Spider-Man run again.
Yep.
The hard to find figures. Carnage was one of them.
They didn't have that at Toys R Us.
I thought I saw the Carnage one with the Marvel Legends. Are you sure?
I've been there like the last 2 days.
Where the hell would I have seen it then? Maybe it was Walmart. Maybe it was Walmart that we saw it.
No.
I've only been to Toys R Us or Walmart, and I saw them sitting on the shelves, dude.
Huh? No kidding.
I'm dead serious because I have the movie version
Yep.
and the regular version.
Yep.
And they had the Carnage, and they had
I know they had
else.
Beetle.
The Beetle was
Couple
one
Beetles.
of them, but wasn't the Carnage the hard to find one? And was it the black and
Yeah.
white Spider Woman, the black and white costume Spider Woman, the
Yeah.
other one? And they were there.
No kidding.
And I know it was either Toys R Us or
Yeah.
Walmart. It's the only place I went.
Well, you know what? That does bring up a good point, and that is something to, a tip of the hat goes to Hasbro and their Marvel Legends line, because they definitely took good care of the fans in 2014. They got those figures out constantly through the year. And that is awesome. I mean, I was at Walgreens the other day looking for the exclusive.
What's going on? Are we getting anything from them?
Actually, yeah, man.
Did we get the Venom finally?
I have not seen the Venom. You can still get it on their website. That one I gave up on. But they do have the Black Series 6-inch Darth Vader, TIE Fighter pilot, Yoda. Okay. I did see a Carnage there at Walgreens the other day. So kudos to you, Walgreens.
Cool. That's awesome. Cool. That's cool.
And you know what? While we're on toys right now,
go for it.
Yeah, we're gonna run on a little tangent here as well, man. So freaking part of why I'm all doped up on Avengers right now, I've been watching the old Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes cartoon, is when all these toys start coming out, it just gets me, whipped into a frenzy for comics, like hardcore.
So you're getting comic book hard?
I am getting fucking comic book rock hard. They've been putting out all sorts of pictures of
The Thing.
Yeah, of new Marvel Legends coming out this year. They should be coming out like any day, like late January, early February. Let's see. We got what were the figures you saw yesterday? You were talking Scarlet Witch, the Sentry, with the Odin Build-A-Figure.
The Avengers Infinity Wave 1.
Yeah. Infinite Wave 1.
Hawkeye
awesome. Finally coming out with Hawkeye. Machine Man, that old Jack Kirby character.
I want the Machine Man. The Hawkeye looks.
It's awesome.
The Hawkeye looks like a Captain America mask sculpt. He didn't have the big. It looked like a merge of new and old. Didn't have the big. The Wolverine.
Like his horn. Yeah,
but
yeah.
It looked like a Captain America face paint. It looks same
right.
But
I'm gonna have to go look that up.
Yeah,
I think that particular Hawkeye is actually based on the heroic age of the comics that was like in 2010 or 11, the post Siege storyline. Anyways, a freaking awesome looking Hawkeye figure. Scarlet Witch. What else has been coming out? There's going to be another wave coming out. Batroc Zeliper. We are finally getting his action figure after seeing him originally in 2012. He kind of fell off into limbo, kind of like Radioactive Man.
Why do we want him?
I just want.
Why would we want him?
Give me obscure Avengers villains. I want Whirlwind. I want Batroc. I want Mandrill.
Didn't Whirlwind have a figure already?
No. He had like maybe a 3 3/4-inch figure, I believe.
Okay.
Anyways, Batroc, Hellcat, Spider-Woman. That's going to be in the Thanos Build-A-Figure wave with some Age of Ultron figures as well. Iron Fist is going to be coming out. There's a possible Barnes & Noble Marvel Legends exclusive wave as well.
What's
still
up
a
with
rumor, but we're also going to finally get our Blizzard figure. Again, we saw him in the same wave as Batroc in 2012, and then he just disappeared. Hasbro did not have an avenue to release him, so they're going to get him into this wave. We're supposed to get Valkyrie, Thundra, maybe Doctor Strange, Marvel now, Iron Man.
Strange.
We need a new Doc Strange. The last time we got one was 10 years ago. We're due for another one.
I'm sure we will with the movie coming.
Let's see what else. There's also a report on Amazon rumor with an Ant-Man themed wave of Marvel Legends Infinite figures with Tiger Shark. Again, Tiger Shark. We saw this figure in San Diego.
Are they going to be 1 1/4-inch figures?
Oh, yeah, right. So Tiger Shark, another obscure Avengers villain.
I like
such
Tiger
a cool
Shark.
visual.
Yeah.
Bulldozer. We finally get Bulldozer. Like, hopefully we're going to goddamn get Bulldozer.
From Fraggle Rock?
No, man. So those are the dozers, you idiot. But we need Bulldozer to complete the Wrecking Crew.
You and your Wrecking Crew.
Fucking, they're a good team. What else? Giant Man, Ant-Man. Here's one that we've been needing for years in 6-inch scale.
Can we get a Giant Man?
We've already had one.
Well, explain.
We had a Giant Man. He was back in the Toy Biz days, 2006. He was a Walmart exclusive. So you bought like the 10 figures that made that. And he truly was. I think he was the tallest. I think he still is the tallest Build-A-Figure to date.
Galactus?
I think he was taller than Galactus.
Okay.
Yeah. But what else? Giant Man, Ant-Man, Grim Reaper. We need that's a great Avengers villain. We need a Grim Reaper 6-inch figure and the Wasp.
Taskmaster.
Dude, you know me. I want a new Taskmaster.
I want a Taskmaster.
The last time we got Taskmaster was 10 years ago. Yeah. We need a new Task, and that one wasn't even that good.
No.
We need a new one. We need a better one. Oh, here's something else too, man.
Paul Harding, if you're listening.
Yeah, right.
Sculpt up something for
motherfucking
Marvel.
Toys R Us, Marvel Legends, sale. Buy one, get one, 50% off. Not bad deal. I went to the motherfucking Queensberry Toys R Us. They had Baron Zemo. They had some of the X-Men Marvel
cool.
Legends
Okay.
exclusive weight. Strife, Cyclops.
Oh, yes.
Wolverine.
Yep. Okay.
Marvel Now, Captain
I think
America.
I want that. I think I might pick up that Cyclops.
It's a sharp looking.
If you buy one, I'll buy the other one for 50 off.
There you go. Right.
There you go. Bring a friend.
You know what? Because that's a
bring a friend.
I
only want one.
I want that Baron Zemo. I want Baron Zemo. Like I want a Baron Zemo in my collection.
Now, I keep bringing this up. What's going on with? There's no Select news. What's going on with that particular line? Do you know?
Let's see. I think what do we learn? Marvel Select was last year. We saw Cable and who else? Carnage.
Okay.
Real 90s style, looked like, they stepped right out of their first appearance.
Nothing really. I wonder why. Nothing. I mean, those would be great for some of these characters.
Well, the Marvel Select stuff, they always release those in, like, you don't get a ton of them in a year. And if we do get a lot of them, it's mostly
like
just
3 a year or something.
Yeah, and they'll mostly just reissue the older figures. So they'll always be out there. But yeah, they're not putting out, like, you're not getting waves and waves and waves.
I wish
like
they
with
were.
The Marvel Legends.
I wish they were. I like those figures. Not that I don't like the Legends, but
right.
I'd love to see more Select stuff.
I will say that Cable figure, I haven't
Never
seen it in person
Never
yet.
saw it.
Yeah, we saw that at San Diego last year. It looks freaking good. Like, it looks
nice.
Good.
Maybe I'll pick that up.
Like, it looks good.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of Select figures, if you are in the area, if you live in the upstate New York area and you are looking for some Marvel Select or Legends or any action figures, go over to the Comic Depot just inside Saratoga Springs at 514 Broadway to meet all your fanboy comics, toys, collecting needs, games. They got it, but they got a huge selection of awesome Select, loose and mint in box, I would say, figures there. So check them out. Like I said, Comic Depot just inside Saratoga Springs at 514 Broadway to meet all your fanboy needs.
I stopped by there this morning, and what did they made some recent additions, couple of 80s superpowers action figures, DC characters, Hawkman, Aquaman, Flash, Lex Luthor.
Mego Spider-Man?
Mego Spider-Man made its way into the store, which is pretty cool. And they also had Voltron.
I miss Voltron.
Yep, but they had them there. So you should go and buy them.
Okay, do that. Nice.
All right, we gotta go.
Okay, see you later. Goodbye, you guys. Thanks for listening. Yeah, I'm into the freaking Funk Popo now. Thanks to Funk Pop. Thanks to Sanes. I just picked up a Groot.
Nice.
From Mr. Sanes.
Very cool.
I'm picking up a couple other ones too as well.
What did I see? Actually, that Target in Latham that I saw Rob at, they had 3 Deadpools and like 2 Harley Quinns there.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what I saw at Toys R Us too was the Star Wars Funk Pops, but no Marvel characters. Would that be? I wonder why that is.
Maybe they just sold out of them.
Could be. Or maybe they weren't distributed to Toys R Us. Maybe Star Wars has a deal with them or whatever.
Maybe they were like in a different aisle that you just happened to catch.
Were they more direct shops than regular shops at first when they came out? Were they more of a direct sale?
Maybe. I don't know though.
We'll have to ask Mr. Sainz. He is the,
he
the
would know
Funko. He's the Funko guy.
Yeah. Never paid too close attention.
But they do have a huge Iron Man Hulkbuster coming out. Not the traditional one. I think he's like twice the size. It looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. I might get that.
Yeah, I did see that.
But comics. So did you stop down? Did you pick up anything?
No, unfortunately, because of the
storm,
the blizzard.
Blizzard 2015. Not.
Womp womp. Yeah, but anyways, stopped down. Their books got delayed, so they weren't there today when I went. And honestly, they didn't know what time they were going to be showing up.
Okay,
so who knows?
Yeah,
are you going to be reading Secret Wars at all? Unfortunately,
yes.
Because I wanted to get. I wanted to be here last week and get into it. It was right when the damn.
We got into it.
Yeah.
Listen, if you haven't, you can go back to fanboysinc.com and check out IncCast 113.
So you're gonna be reading it?
I'm gonna read the original. I don't know how it's all set up. Now I know we had said that it's a cash grab. Some people are like, it's not a cash grab. There's less books coming out. Whatever. They'll probably raise the price of books. It's whatever.
But the fact that they're completely overhauling the Marvel universe.
Now it's told to be not a reboot. Now, it's been stated now that it's saying it's not a reboot. I'll have to look into the articles.
Yeah, because it keeps saying like it's not a it's like we're just mashing everything, and then this is it.
Right,
this is the Marvel universe from now.
Right.
But it's like, okay, so everybody lives on Battle World now. So if my aunt, it's like say I'm Spider-Man, and I had a cousin that lived in Bethesda, Maryland. Like, that doesn't exist anymore. Like, and obviously, like, this whole the new Marvel world just sits in nothingness. Like, there's no universe anymore.
It's gonna blow up.
Like, the Silver Surfer isn't around anymore. Like, what about all the cosmic beings?
But he is.
What about the Guardians of the Galaxy? I mean, they existed in the future.
Yeah.
So is that what the fuck is going on?
The battle world's just gonna blow up. And
Please do.
It's the big Marvel Big Bang, and it's gonna all start over again.
I got a big.
I'm gonna.
For it.
I mean, I don't know. I'll probably get, if there's the original Secret Wars line, probably like Avengers versus X-Men, I'll get that instead of all the other tie-ins and whatever.
Like, you're not going to get Age of Ultron versus Marvel Zombies.
No, I'll have to look. I really can't say it. It does seem stupid, real stupid.
The only thing that should have happened is just bring Miles Morales into the mainstream Marvel universe, the 616, and just kill the Ultimate Universe, and that's it.
I guess my question is, why do you have to explain the loss of the Ultimate Universe when the Ultimate Universe sales sucked anyway? So why do we have to explain it? Bring Miles over, like you said, and be done with it. Why do we have to have an explanation of where is Ultimate Captain America and Ultimate Thor going to be in it? Who gives a shit? That comics didn't do crap.
Right.
So why do we
stop caring?
So you're doing us a favor by making this story, so we're going to be paying $4.99 for, just to see why the Ultimate Captain America is no longer, or he's going to be merging with the 616 Captain America. It's going to be it's dumb. I don't know. I will try it. I always try at least a couple of the books to see what's going on. I don't know. I'm not, it's lackluster for me.
Yeah,
it is what it is. I'm not impressed. Saying I guess you could say the same thing with Convergence, which is the exact opposite of what Marvel's doing, is bringing one world and bringing back all the other worlds. And I guess the premise is that when Crisis on Infinite Earths, the original one where the Flash dies, Supergirl dies, and it merges back into the main universe, the main world, and obviously you have Earth 2 still around. The premise is supposedly that everybody was still lived because Brainiac was holding these worlds in each individual domes. And now that's how, and they all live throughout the universe, I guess.
Interesting.
That's one of the theories. But why? I mean, it seems to me that DC's always had a problem with time travel like Marvel, even though I think Marvel has done it pretty well lately. It's gotten a lot better. And dealing with multiple worlds, multiple Superman, we've had a problem with it since day one. Why are you bringing that back?
Right.
It's very
the whole reason for Crisis was to streamline all their.
It seems like they're regressing back pre-Crisis.
Yeah, again. But didn't aren't I reading like the reason that Convergence is going on is it's like a filler book just while they finalize their move out west from New York?
Yeah. So, well,
the
way you're wording it is saying, well, because we're on hiatus, we're gonna make Convergence.
Yeah, like
I don't think
here's a little book for you to read.
I don't know.
I don't know, honestly.
I have a feeling we're going to get more books even than they are now. You're going to get multiple Batmans. I do know that 13 titles are being canceled.
Right.
And we mentioned those titles. Some of them, like the Green Lantern titles, 3 of those books are gone. Red Lantern's Core and Guardians are gone.
Right.
I just hope it doesn't turn into a clusterfuck again. I really do. I mean, I enjoy DC. I've been reading less now than I was when I first started. Before, I was reading all Green Lantern titles, 2 Batman titles, 2 Superman titles. Now I'm down to Batman. I'm not even into Superman. I am into the multiversity with Grant Morrison, who ties in with the Convergence storyline.
Okay.
But now I'm back to Marvel.
Okay, but now, so Convergence is going to do away with the 52 universe, right?
Yeah, but
or at least that will be one part of all the rest of the universe. So, man, oh man, is this going to go back to so we'll get the DC universe pre Flashpoint,
Well, that's the thing. I don't know.
Go back to that
because if you listen to Didio, I mean, they stood behind the DC New 52 so hardcore, saying this is the way it is.
Right.
Okay. Now you just scrapped it all,
right?
Because it's not the New 52 anymore. I mean, you want to really be picky about it. The 52 is for 52 issues. They aren't even running 52 issues, which I could give a shit about.
Right.
But now they're like, he's kind of backtracking. You know, when they did Flashpoint, I thought that was really cool, the way they put it in and brings you the New 52.
Mm-hmm.
But now you're backtracking even pre-Flashpoint. You're going possibly back to pre-Crisis again with all these worlds.
So confusing.
So, yeah, and renumbering, I don't give a shit what you say. I strongly feel that, well, number one, new readers can pick up. No, you can't, because what if Batman's not the Batman he was pre or post 52? Doesn't matter. It just doesn't make sense. Same thing with this Marvel universe. We're gonna have new characters, and this is the way it is, or a new approach to these characters. I think it's lazy writing. In a way, why can't you stick with Peter Parker the way Peter Parker is? No offense, though. I loved what Dan Slott did, but it's still the 616 universe. It's not crazy.
Right.
It's not a whole alternate universe.
I'm just glad that Jonathan Hickman's run on Avengers and New Avengers will finally reach a culmination point, and we hopefully, can we find out who Rabah Malal is, who is the fucking progenitor of all these incursions between Earths and what the hell is going on. But you and I were talking before the pod. It's like, shit, man, this has been building for 3 years, to the point where I was reading Avengers and New Avengers. Right. And then I dropped out of Avengers, and then I was keeping on New Avengers, but then that kind of it was like treading water. And I'm like, okay, it just seems that I'm getting the same story every week or every month. And now I'm bored. And now I dropped that one too. But at least
now it's coming to it, and it's actually getting really good.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what you said. But at least, you know what? That's fine. Because at least they are actually doing something with this story, and they are actually concluding it, and it's not just going to sort of fizzle out and oh yeah, I guess we forgot about. We wanted to wrap that shit up. So that's good for the readers that have been sticking around. Hopefully, you get the payoff that we all deserve.
Yeah.
Let me know how it goes by typing that shit into Wikipedia, to which I will read it several weeks later.
Not everything you read on the internet's true.
What? That's not true.
I read it on the internet. More movie news. We'll skip back a little bit. Ryan Reynolds
talking Deadpool.
Talking Deadpool.
Ooh, here's something we don't want to hear. We don't have the kind of money that most superhero movies have, but that's great, because mother is the necessity. Necessity is the mother of invention. That is a scary statement to hear.
Why?
That just says, it's pretty much just like he's letting us know already, we don't have a budget at all.
But big budgets usually are CGI. This is Deadpool.
Yeah, and even the clip that we saw, Deadpool was CGI'd.
But that's not the movie, dude. That was just a teaser CG. That was it. That's not the actual movie. It's not going to be all. It's going to be live action. That was all computer generated.
I know, but I don't necessarily need a CGI Deadpool.
Look at it from Kevin Smith's standpoint. When he's been asked, why don't you do superhero movies? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Big budgets. He's like, big budgets sometimes make you lazy.
I guess the point is,
you know what I'm saying? You have to be creative. You throw money to fix a problem,
right?
Instead of being creative and use your resources that you have.
Yeah, but I guess my point is, it's not as if like this is some fledgling movie company just trying to get its feet and trying to make its way. I mean, this is Fox Studios. This is Deadpool, the movie where a 1.5-minute long clip was leaked, and the fan outcry was so humongous that it actually got this movie to be made. It's greenlit the movie for approval, and now Ryan Reynolds is saying, we don't have that big of a budget.
You don't know do we know what a big budget is? It's not like they got $10 to make this movie.
I'm not saying that.
But
when the star of the movie is saying,
we don't think it's a problem. I don't think it's a problem. We don't know what a big budget is.
It doesn't give me whatever it is. He said we don't have one.
You need a big budget to have a good movie.
No. I'm just saying it doesn't instill me with the greatest sense of confidence.
Why does the amount of the money of the budget give you confidence or not about the movie? So you're saying a studio that has more money is going to give us a great movie?
Not necessarily.
Because Fantastic Four's got a great budget, and that's high, and that movie's probably going to want. Well, Ant-Man, same thing.
Yeah, no. My point is, I made my point. I mean, that
doesn't make any sense, though. Your point doesn't make any sense, because he said that the studio doesn't have a big budget. Right. You lose confidence in it? In the movie? I've seen great low-budget movies that are actually good movies.
No, I'm just saying that it doesn't give me the best confidence right out of the gate.
Oh, see, I don't think it doesn't affect me either way on that point.
It's just funny to say that, like, that was, when MTV asked him,
yes,
and this is like the first time that I can remember him being vocal. That's the first thing that he says.
Well, maybe it's them. Maybe him being vocal will get them to step up. Maybe. I don't think it would affect me either way. I think this, I don't know. I mean, depends on if you're going to put in more superhero characters, more villains. Obviously, there's got to be. You have the X-Men universe, so you can do that. So, are we going to see anybody? I don't even know if I would really care.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think anybody's going to look for this Deadpool movie and be like, "Oh, I hope we see." I don't fucking
Cable.
I hope Cyclops gets in there,
Cable, whoever.
Right. Yeah, I think everybody's
Domino,
just amped up.
Domino, maybe.
They just want to see Deadpool.
Shatterstar.
They want to see Deadpool done right. No mouth sewn shut. No shirtless weird guy.
And will they fix that? Or
I
will
hope
they
so.
just say that never happened? Like
right.
we all have said.
Like, ignore that shit. Yeah, right.
Ignore Origin. We never saw that movie. I don't know who made that. And did that have a big budget? Because that movie sucked.
Even make a joke about it in the movie. That could be a funny joke.
Big budgets don't mean great movies. But I guess I can see your point on that. And maybe it is his way. He has been vocal in the past and said some things. And even in the interview, the interviewer got to give this guy credit. Got to give this guy balls. Well, do you coming off the not so great success of Green Lantern?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's awesome. Waiting for Ryan to be like,
just calls it like he sees it.
But I was waiting for Ryan to be like, what did you just say? But the look on his face is like, yeah, and then moved right into the thing. So people are aware. And so obviously he's been aware that success of that movie was crap.
Right.
So yes, the third podcast into 2015 has once again, we're 3 podcasts in a row mentioning Green Lantern. Yes. What the hell? That's gonna keep going. Every time we're gonna find a way to bring in Green Lantern. That awesome movie by Ryan Reynolds. I wish his mouth was sewn shut in that movie.
Oh boy.
But what else you got? You got something?
More casting.
Yeah,
David Tennant as the Purple Man.
Oh my God, I forgot all about that.
Jessica
Who
Jones.
means rejoice?
David Tennant will be playing the mind-controlling Purple Man in the Jessica Jones Netflix exclusive show.
Now, he was a pretty B-rated villain, but his powers are pretty impressive.
Yeah. I mean, he can control you.
He can control more than one mind at a time, too. Yeah. Right? He was very powerful.
And I never read the Brian Michael Bendis series from the early 2000s, but I know that Purple Man was like the main villain in that storyline as well. And that's one of those
David Tennant. I mean, you're not a Whovian.
Right. Was he in Harry Potter? Was he in a Harry Potter movie? Because he looked familiar.
I don't know. Well, he's been around for a while.
Right.
But for me, he's
British.
He's my favorite Doctor.
Favorite Doctor Who?
Favorite Doctor Who. No, actually, my personal doctor. He's my favorite doctor. I love the way he handles me. My physicals are amazing. He was my favorite doctor from the new set of doctors that have come out. We have Matt Smith, obviously.
Right.
You had
Destro from G.I. Joe.
Eric Eccleston.
Is that the guy?
Eric Eccleston was the first one of the Reborn. But overall, just behind the scarf is Tom Baker. Will always be but David Tennant is an amazing actor.
Yeah, I hear Doctor Who fans love David, yourself included.
Yeah. So that's a great choice, I think. Another smart casting call.
Well,
you could pull people
like
in.
Well,
you're going to pull some Whovians who might not necessarily know Marvel or Jessica Jones or who give a crap, but because they have such devotion for this particular actor, and it's very hard sometimes for people to separate the actor from character. I mean, he said it. Matt Smith said it. People will walk up to him and talk to him about the show like he is the doctor, and they're like, sometimes Matt's like, sometimes I don't even remember. I mean, I'm doing so many episodes.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And now you feel like an idiot because you're like, well, I thought I knew what I was talking about while I'm doing the show or the Daleks or the Cybermen, and they nitpick and they know every little thing. So they're very devoted. So I have a feeling this was a very smart move, not only because of his acting chops, but for the fact that he's going to bring a whole new group of viewers right into the Jessica Jones.
And that's good.
I think so too.
Yep.
On more Netflix news too with Marvel, hintings of possible R rating coming soon. Which could mean that we could see a
Punisher.
Yes.
Moon Knight.
I think it's going to be Punisher first and foremost.
Marvel Zombies. Could we do Marvel Zombies on the big screen? That would be an interesting.
It's not going to be a big screen. I'm talking Netflix though.
Oh wait, Marvel's going to do some rated R shit on.
It's going to have possibly an R rating through the Marvel Knights line.
That's cool.
So maybe Punisher would be staying on the Netflix side.
Yeah.
On the small screen, is it safe to say if you're, let's say, Arrow, Flash, Constantine, Agent Shield, you can get away with being a little, I don't want to say campy, but lower budget in a way, if a good storyline. So Punisher could get away with staying on a Netflix screen and not be such a disaster moving to the big screen. You can get away with being campy. Oh, okay, it's on the small screen.
Right.
I accept that.
Right.
You put the same script, same actors on the big screen, you're like, what the fuck did I pay $10 for? No way am I doing that.
Right.
So we might see them revitalize the Punisher gradually on their screen. I'd
Smart
love
move.
to see that.
Yep.
We've been saying this from Podcast 5, Marvel Knights. We've been talking about this for over 2 years that, we've called this. I have to say, if this happens, that this is the way it's going to be.
Yep.
And I think it's a smart move. Now,
wait a second. Now, you've told me before, and who knows if this is true, but you said Sony owns Spider-Man on the big screen, but they don't own him on the small screen.
Correct.
What if you did Spider-Man Marvel Knights on the small screen?
I think you're crossing the line. I think the line comes
Like
really
it have
tight.
to be animated or something like that?
I believe so.
Let's get our people on that.
I believe it. The animation rights are totally different, obviously, from big screen rights. We got X-Men news too, going forward with the X-Men TV show.
We're talking about the TV
on
show
Fox. Go figure.
Yeah. Is that the casting that we heard? They cast a new. Oh no, that was for the movie.
That was for the Age of Apocalypse. Yeah.
New Cyclops, Storm.
Yes, the younger version.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which I'm enjoying. I think that's going to be great. Bringing us the sad thing is no Professor X or Magneto.
Well, no, just no.
No, I'm sorry,
Ian
Patrick Stewart.
McKellen and Patrick Stewart.
Now we could get the younger versions.
We'll still get James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender. But yeah, they just said no.
There was rumors something about Fassbender being in another movie as a character. Oh crap! Oh, Alzheimer's kicking in.
What?
I just saw it today.
Marvel or Fox?
I have to look it up now. I just saw it somewhere that Fassbender was in the lead for something, possible for lead role for a new movie. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for the Marvel. It comes out April 10th. Look for some awesome reviews by Mr. Mike Sains and Jason Pickup, as they're going to do 2 different takes on this Marvel series and reviews. Cool. All 13 episodes come out at once. We're going to get a huge review the day after or 2 days after of the release. Huge review, and then we're gonna break it down episode per episode, 1 a week, and just break it down into details per episode. So that's going to be something interesting that we're going to be doing over at fanboysinc.com. But yeah, I'm excited for that, and I'm excited to see what he's going to come up with. Also, check out it's a nice little shameless plugs. Check out fanboysinc.com for our reviews of Gotham that just came out. Do you agree with Jason's 8 out of 10 on this episode of Gotham? We see Jim Gordon getting a little mobby, kind of like he made some moves on the shady side of things with the Penguin to get some things done. He looks like a little minor. He acts like a little minor mob boss now, so it's kind of neat. But check out Agent Carter's reviews. Check out Flash's.
Constantine was good this week.
Constantine was good. Ratings went back up. After the first one, they went.
Yeah.
We
scared to see that.
This is what's going to happen. Everybody's been asking for Swamp Thing, which has been rumored. Obviously, Doc Fate from very first episode.
Because we just
rumblings from the Constantine's camp. You'll see him in season 2 if season 2 gets done. That's what sucks. You know how you were saying with the Flash, we're seeing so many villains. We need more heroes, and they're really bombarding us with characters.
Right.
NBC and whoever's producing Constantine is taking their sweet ass time now, doing the total opposite.
Right.
Hey guys, come on,
bump it up. We did see Felix Faust this past episode,
and I enjoyed that. And there were some teasers on that also with some of the characters.
I didn't catch them.
I'll have to look it up again. It's over on fanboysinc.com of items that he was carrying for a stronger sorcerer. There was a medallion, a bell, and a red container in it. There are items that were actually shown in the comics.
Okay. Is that like one, like the Pandora's box or something, or
similar? Yeah, but
Dr. Fate's Eye of Agamotto, or the DC equivalent thereof.
I was just gonna say Dr. Fate doesn't have the Eye of Agamotto. He's got the eye. What is the symbol? What is that? The cross. Like I forgot what
the Egyptian Ankh or something like that. Yeah. I don't know.
The Ankh in the eye. The Ankh eye. Yeah.
How do you pronounce it?
But he is stating that you probably won't see these characters until season 2. And if you just took some of the Flash formula or the Smallville formula, come on, guys, give us a little bit. That's great. You got villains and it's supernatural, but give us. Jesus Christ, I'll take a name or a branch as a Swamp Thing. Give us more so that the ratings can go up to give us a great stellar season 2. It's weird how different stations and different companies handle things. And, you're upset with so many villains. Give us a hero. Well, we got Firestorm now, but we're still waiting for some more. But that formula works for CW. Why change it?
Now is Arrow back now as well?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Yep.
Wait, the actual. Now I just meant is the show back
Yes.
on, but Arrow's back too?
Who's
he
back
live?
at the end of the? Come on, really? Do you think it's
I had no idea. In my dream,
TV,
I didn't know.
TV universe and comic universe? You kill them off, they all come back.
Yeah, right.
But that's the thing with Arrow. Spoilers: if you haven't watched last week's Arrow, comes back to life
thank
the
God.
end of the episode.
Was it the Lazarus Pit?
No. Shit. I don't know because it doesn't state. But you've been watching Arrow. Are you up to this season?
No. I have not. I stopped watching Arrow.
Okay.
Because my Netflix crapped out. Because my buddy didn't pay the bill. So
all right, there.
Seth. So anyway, yeah. But no, I then
get on that shit.
I was just watching Flash because obviously that show was just
with
coming
the
out.
crossover. And
Yeah. So yeah, I did see the crossover.
It's not hinted that it was Raj, but it is a disciple of his that from Ali's past owes him his life. Says I'll do anything for you, and it was his ex-wife who's like a Asian sorcerer or whatever. He comes back to life. Could have been the Lazarus Pit or waters from thereof,
Right.
maybe. You see in that episode, shit hit the fan because the guys, the group, Diggle, Red Arrow, and Felicity, they ain't getting shit done. They're getting their ass beat, kind of in a way. But we do see is it Laura? Yeah, Lauren. Become the Black Canary again.
Right.
And she's kicking ass. She looks hot in that suit too, of course.
Very cool.
I was kind of disappointed. I like anticipation and I like waiting to a point. Why bring him back so quick? I wanted at least one more episode of like hints, build up a story. It was just way too soon.
Right.
It was just really
right.
Come on.
Like how long did Captain America stay dead?
Must have been an aimless contract that he has to be in every fucking episode.
Yeah. Hey, no,
not that he wasn't anyway, because he's in all the flashback sequences. But he's, maybe that's what it was.
Right.
And he was bare chested once again. There, the ladies are but still not bad.
Yeah.
Once again, the way they introduce characters are great. Gotham is still I am liking Gotham. It's getting more detective NCI-ish.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
NCIS.
Yeah. I want some more characters. Now the problem is hints are the Red Hood will show up. Now, not our Red Hood that we think of as Jason Todd. No. Is it Jason Todd? That's
right. Yeah.
Yes. The pre-Red Hood, the Joker.
The Joker, right.
Now in this past week's episode, the week before, as they're escaping Arkham, they let out all the prisoners and one of the inmates goes on a tear, lets everybody loose. What do you hear in the mass?
Laughter. Huh. So that's cool.
Fuck no. Leave that fucking Joker out of this.
Yeah.
It's too soon. Again,
if they keep him as the Red Hood, that'd be cool. But if they actually turn him into the Joker, if they turn him into the Joker too soon, then you're just gonna blow your load.
This is my thing. Is this series gonna last 5 years?
Right.
Who knows? Is this series gonna last 3 years? Who knows? You're introducing these characters that were in Batman's older years. You start introducing the Joker now. He's 12 years old.
Oh, right.
How old is this fucker gonna be
by
the time he's Bruce Wayne when he's in his 20s? And fuck, who gives a shit about the Joker? You and your crazy walker? Ooh, What are you gonna do to me? That's the problem I'm having now. The time frame here just doesn't seem. Is it gonna be Joker's kid?
Right.
That's what I'm worried about. That they're gonna make it really campy.
Right.
I wouldn't mind seeing it that it's the Red Hood gang. That's not, but it has nothing really associated with the Joker per se. And down the road, the Joker takes on the person because he's always playing around and trying to trick Batman in certain aspects, and then take up the mantle as the Red Hood down as if we go into season 5.
Right.
Or the smart thing to do would be flash forward really goddamn quick in next season. 20 years have passed. Bam, here we go. And maybe do it that way. But you're running into time frame problems and time continuum problems here with the age of the actors. And Penguin's still the badass.
Yeah.
People have been complaining he's too old to be the Penguin. I don't know. Well, Penguin's pretty old in the comics.
Yeah, I always knew Penguin to be
an old
guy.
Ancient, not ancient, but he's always been.
Yeah, but he's an adult.
30, he's probably 30 years. Well, right now, Batman's in his 20s. We all know that the character time frame, they never age. They're in their 25 to 29 range. You never see a 30-year-old main superhero character per se. So Batman's in his 20s, let's say late 20s. Joker's got to be, or not the Joker, but Penguin. I see him in his 40s, 50s,
Yeah.
the way he is.
Yeah.
So this could work.
Yeah.
That the Penguin, now the Joker too. Could we say that? But the Joker's different.
Joker
though.
would be in his 30s.
Yeah, exactly. 30s, early 40s. If right now, you mean if Batman is in his 20s, the Joker would be in his 30s?
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Yep.
I don't know.
So if Bruce Wayne is 12 in the show, then the Joker, the Red Hood guy, like could be 19.
But now,
like
if Jack Palance turns out to be the Joker and he killed his parents, how old was he then when Bruce was 12?
Is this a math problem? I don't do good with the Common Core. I don't.
I'm
know
saying
that.
if the actor
Right.
or whatever canon we have in the
Right.
movies, let's say Tim Burton's 89, that was the Joker that killed Bruce's family. He was in his 20s. Bruce was 12.
I don't know.
So even then, Joker could be in his late 40s, early 50s as well at this point. Maybe this Joker's 18.
Right.
He's an adult. That's why he's in Arkham. 18 might work.
That's the way I see it. He's
okay.
a little bit older than
more
Bruce
believable,
Wayne,
right.
but he's not like old.
Right. It's more believable.
Right.
So I see them, and as we stated a while ago, when you start adding these characters in time, now you have to watch it because you could be stepping on your own toes.
Yeah.
And you have to be careful. You want to introduce it to get the ratings, but 5 episodes down the road, you might lose some of the true fans going, the fuck? No, he's going to be 80 fighting the Batman when he's in his 20s. Nah, that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
But anyway, enough movie talk, enough TV show talk. We got so much. I'm sure we'll be talking for weeks and months, years down the road about some of that stuff. Let's get into some new comics this week. On my pull list for this week, holy crap, I guess we're done talking comics. Batman. New Batman out this week, and Spider-Man 2099.
That's it for you, huh?
That's it? What the hell's going on?
I think I only have one Transformers comic this week. That's it. Drift, Empire of Stone, number 3.
Nice. Okay.
It was good. It's a good little
Also, if
series.
you were at your comic book retailer, your favorite shop, go and tell them that you want a copy of Unit 5's brand new issue 1, which was in Diamond Previews. Today is your last day, I believe, to order that book.
Very cool.
Go over there and go over to facebook.com/Unit 5 comic. Tell Skip Winter, the creator, and artist Joe Martino. Tell him, hey, I just picked up a couple copies of Unit 5 issue 1, which you can look through, which is in the Diamond Previews right now, and I believe it is the last day for ordering. I'm not sure. I think after the issue's done, I think you might have a week or two afterwards. But like I said, go check them out. Go over to Facebook at facebook.com/Unit 5 comic. Give them some Facebook like and show them some love. Yeah, so Batman, Spider-Man 29. I want more Amazing Spider-Man. I'm loving the Webaverse, Spider-Verse.
You having fun with that?
Yeah, it's coming. Really coming to a cool ending. Ben.
Yeah, what happened with
Uncle
Ben Parker?
Ben.
Uncle Ben showing up. What happened?
He's a Spider-Man in that universe.
No shit.
Yeah.
So wait, was it like Peter that
Spider,
died?
He's the Spider Totem. No. Peter helped him become Spider-Man and made his costumes for him. I believe Peter did end up dying, but Uncle Ben decided that bad things always happened when he used his powers, so he didn't want to do it anymore.
No kidding.
So I think like Gwen died, Peter died.
No shit.
So he gave it up. He's on this world that is a nuclear holocaust, so he's in a bunker. The whole world is blown up, and he feels that it was because of himself that there's a nuclear holocaust. He gave up being Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I guess that world didn't have any Avengers.
Or any other superhero, or any
stronger
defenders. No champions.
Nothing. Hello? Anyone?
No Great Lakes
Anyone?
Avengers? Yeah.
Bueller?
No
Bueller? So he gave up being Spider-Man. And Peter Parker obviously is there.
Yeah.
And Spider-Puss is there. The cause of the nuclear holocaust was Doc Ock.
No
and
kidding.
he tells the Spider-Man, obviously not knowing that Spider-Puss is there, that a machine or his calculation, Doc Ock's went wrong and destroyed the majority of the planet.
Kidding.
Now Spider-Puss is pissed. Now he's like, why would I do that? I don't make mistakes.
Right.
So now he's all distraught. Now he wants Ben Parker or Uncle Ben to come with him. He's like, stop being an old man. It's your fault that there's a nuclear holocaust on this planet anyway. You couldn't stop, Now,
does any other Spider-Man know, or women, does any of the other Spideys know that Spider-Puss is Doc Ock inside there? Okay.
Nobody knows. But
now, is that like a subplot playing out where he's like, oh, I
yes,
have to watch myself,
and
people are going to find out?
He thinks because when he went to 2099 for that 24-hour span, he thinks the Peter Parker that we see now is a past Peter Parker. He doesn't realize he
Okay.
lost control
Right.
in present day
Right.
until this issue.
Okay.
Because Peter's mentioned something about a character or a character or someone that he knows, and Spider-Puss is like, wait a minute, how would he know her name
Right.
if this was past Parker? Now he's like, oh crap, I lost control of the body. So there's that interplay going on right now too.
Interesting.
So he doesn't know, but Peter still doesn't know he's Spider-Puss.
Right.
Oh, wait a minute. He knows he's Spider-Puss, yes, but nobody else knows.
Wait, so Spider-Man knows that it's
Yes,
Doc Ock's
yes.
mind inhabiting his body.
Yes, he knows that Spider-Puss. Yeah,
Right.
he knows that Superior Spider-Man. Yes.
Interesting.
So, but nobody else knows. Nobody else knows. So it's getting, there's a lot of cool little sub twists. So at the end, Ben Parker puts on his pants like the Thing should, and see how it all comes back around?
Yeah, right.
Put on your spandex, and they're going to confront the Inheritors.
Cool. So the storyline's wrapping up.
Yes. Yep.
Just 12 more issues.
No, this is it. This is it. I think next month is it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. But we're getting Silk 1,
right?
Or Spider Woman 1, whatever they're gonna call it, Silk 1. And we saw a preview over on fanboysinc.com last week. You got Spider Gwen, which has got a book coming out.
Have a new book.
I want to see, obviously we don't know what's going to happen exactly with Miles. He is in the all new X-Men right now, teaming up with them, taking care of their stuff in the future. I'm wondering if we're going to span out some stuff. If we're going to see a couple more, I would not mind.
How's this all going to play out? Are we going to play Wars coming too?
That's true too. We don't know.
Right.
Are we going to lose them all and just have Miles and Parker?
Right.
Are we even going to get Miles? Do we even fucking know? That's the thing. We should, but that don't mean shit. I mean,
he's popular enough.
Is he gonna? So he's gonna have. You're gonna have Spider-Man and Spider Junior.
Well, I mean, how many Spider?
Junior Spider-Man. We're gonna have the Junior Spider-Man core.
You're gonna have Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man. Then you're gonna have Spider-Man featuring Miles Morales, and then you're gonna have Spider-Gwen, and then you're gonna have Silk. Wait, that's no different though than when we had Amazing Spider-Man, Web of Spectacular,
right? True.
Regular Spider-Man, Marvel Tales featuring Spider-Man.
And didn't we had there's what was it the one with Kane?
Scarlet Spider.
Yeah, we had that too. So I wouldn't mind seeing a team of spiders.
Oh, there you go, Spidey team.
Yeah. What is it? Web Warriors, which is so funny because the cartoon was Web Warriors, which was launched months ago. They just started in the last 2 issues calling Miles' team that teamed up with the Web Warriors.
No kidding.
So there you go. There's the team up.
Right.
I'm wondering if we will see Miles as the leader of these Web Warriors.
Maybe.
And doing that. That would be kind of neat.
Yeah.
I would see it as a limited issue. 12-issue storyline. Miniseries. I couldn't see it going month after month after month after month. I don't know. I didn't see that.
Never know.
Unless they are the ones that, unless I could see now. Listen, Marvel, if you see the Inheritors, they defeat the Inheritors, obviously. One escapes, maybe whatever, to keep that storyline going down the years down the road. Even though we have the Secret Wars going on, I know there's going to be other Earths. I know there's going to be other books coming out of this.
There has to.
There has to be.
Has to.
Yeah, not that we want it. Has to and want are 2 different things. It's got to. They're putting out less books now, but because of the Secret Wars, and that's why some people are saying it's not a cash grab, which I totally fucking disagree. Whatever, just because it's less doesn't mean it's not a cash grab. After this, so there's less books. Damn well, whatever characters are popular story, there's going to be a Old Man Logan series. There's going to be their Ultra, whatever. I'm just speculating here, but how about having the Web Warriors going to try to protect the other totems, the spider totems, or going to the other universes? Okay, this Spider-Man from 4839 planet is having a problem.
Right.
Boop. Here come the Web Warriors.
There are no more universes. It's all gone.
And we'll see. Bullshit. We'll see. Everybody.
And that's just the thing that really just rubs me the wrong way.
Let's lie to us and say there's one planet.
I'm like, wait, it sounds like you're limiting yourself so dramatically for
issue 10. Did you see in issue 10 of the new Marvel Universe, Reed Richards found 2 planets behind Pluto, which is not a planet anymore. It's a moon. So what the fuck?
I don't.
I know that sales warrant shit. So I'm telling you right now, and we'll call it here first. There's fucking gonna be another planet somewhere. There's gonna be another universe.
There's gonna be something.
So what happens?
And there's a lot about Battle World that we have. I mean, honestly, we know
I think it's gonna blow up.
We know so little.
I think it's gonna be a big bang. I think it's gonna blow up.
You think so? At the end?
I think so.
Who knows?
But what about Superior Spider-Man? What about Spider-Puss? Are we gonna get Doc Ock? Is it all of a sudden going?
Right.
It was all a dream.
Right.
Not that it's going to be a dream. They say it's not going to be.
Right.
That people have been saying that, but everything's just going to snap. It's all back
Right.
to
Who knows?
I don't know. It's
the
just
Beyonder's going to come in.
Now I would love to see the Beyonder. That would be cool. But from what I hear, Sleepwalker is going to have an integral part in this. And by the way, anybody who has Sleepwalker #1, put it on eBay now for that 35-cent book is now like $30-40 and going up because he's going to be in there. So get on your eBay buying streak now or selling streak and sell that.
Start putting all your 90s books on because they're worth a fortune.
Oh my God. That's right. Your dollar books. Start going through some of the dollar books because these characters are popping out. Taskmaster. You could buy that book for what, $5 at one point?
You could.
Now it's what, 40?
$40. Yeah, I've been watching.
Issue.
Avengers issue number 196.
I knew I should have bought it last month. And you know what? Ironically, I was
eyeing it.
I was eyeing it not because I thought of speculations, just because I like that character.
Cool cover. First appearance Taskmaster.
It was only $10. Now it's jumped. I'm like, fuck me. Fuck me. Anyway, that's it for comics. Well, and I know we got our picks of the week.
Picks.
Do you have a pick for this week?
Yeah, my pick this week is going to be the Star Wars Rebels cartoon show. Watched a couple episodes yesterday, got myself caught up. Idiot's Array is a notable episode because it brings in the voice actor Billy D. Williams, Lando Calrissian.
Colt 45.
And so Lando is in the episode. And so in his true charming smuggler fashion.
It's the only way he could get back in the Star Wars franchise.
He gets to hang out with the gang. It was cool. It was a fun episode.
Cool? Did it look like Lando?
Oh, yeah.
Did he?
A very skinny, young Lando.
Yeah.
But it was a good episode. I'm liking the show. It's good. They're moving the story along. You're getting development from Ezra Bridger, the young Padawan in training, and the whole gang. So it's good, man. Check it out. Star Wars Rebels.
My pick of the week is going to be the pick for this week and next week, and that is to come down to That's Entertainment comic book store, which will be February 7th, 1 to 4. With myself, who gives a shit about me, right? It's because of Joe St. Pierre and the release of New Zodiacs book signing. New Zodiacs #1 will be out that week, and we will be hanging out. Joe will be signing. I'm not signing anything. Well, I could sign.
Are you going to bring prints?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we can bring the prints with the Liberator prints.
Yeah, Fanboys Inc. Liberator
That's
team
right, signed by
prints.
Joe St. Pierre, and I'll have you sign a set for us.
Sounds good.
And we'll be doing that. But I can sign some boobs.
There you go.
I can do that.
Sure.
I can't put my name on the book. That'd be not good.
No. But like if a hefty fanboy comes up and he wants you to sign his chesticles, you can always do that. Sure.
But yes, check us out. That's our pick. If you live in the Worcester, Mass area, if not, I'm driving 2 hours, man. So if I can drive 2 hours, so can you to come see us at That's Entertainment, Worcester, Mass, 244 Park Avenue, Worcester, Mass. If you come down, a lot to look at: CDs, vinyl, action figures, DVDs, comics, and more. Like I said, we will going to be there from 1 to 4. They also got an Eisner Award for retail. A retail Eisner Award a few years ago. Yes. They also cool that the street that they're on, they petitioned to be Lois Lane.
No kidding. That's pretty cool.
Isn't that cool?
That's
so there's some cool little tidbits about that store. So check them.
Nice.
I believe they've been around since 1980.
That's awesome.
So that is pretty cool little facts there that the town has gotten behind that store.
Yeah.
But yeah, check it out. We're gonna be there next Saturday. Not this Saturday coming, next Saturday, February 7th from 1 to 4. That's Entertainment. If you want to check out the store and some more of their what they can provide you and see what they got at their shops. They have 3 different shops, but we'll be at the Worcester one. Go to thatse.com. So THATSE.com and check them out. So that's my pick. I guess that's it for this week. As always, check us out over at Facebook or over at facebook.com/fanboys inc. Check us out over at fanboysinc.com. Nothing's really changed.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Yeah, that's right. We still have our great staff over there: Mucka, Jason Pickup, Mike Sains, Jeff Ayers, Joe Nubb, myself. We'll still be pumping out some great articles for you over there and giving you some new stuff. Also, in 2 weeks, look for a brand new and improved, upgraded Infinite Crossover 2.0 with myself and Mr. Mike Sains.
Nice.
We're gonna change some things up, change the topics up a little bit. We got some great guests lined up. But Mr. Independent Jones and myself are gonna be be leading the charge in 2015 for Infinite Crossover. See what happens when you cross streams.
We'll get more on that Ghostbuster talk next week.
No, we won't. No, we will not talk about those ghostettes. Bullshit. It's crap. I don't need a DW rage at the end of the show. This is a rant. This is BS. Is it Bridesmaids 2? That's what I want. Is it Ghostbusters or is it Bridesmaid 2?
No, it's Fantastic Four.
It's Fantastic Four. No, it's giant-sized Ant-Man. But on that note, everybody, we're out of here. I got to go buy some toys.
Later, nerds.
Peace.